Greetings, everyone. We are live again this Monday evening, afternoon, where Brandon's at in La La Land. You know, like a rapper's getting shot every day. Man, Brandon, what's I mean, why are these rappers they keep getting killed? Like, what's going on? So I try to stay out of whatever's going on in mainstream media and for the most part in regards to like hip hop and all that other stuff, but I watched this IG video. It was very disturbing. Like I don't even know why. I don't even know why I watched it. Like it was so real. I don't know why I watched it.
Boy.
Yeah.
These dudes is, man, listen. You know, karma is real, man. Like you do stuff, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You feel me? I mean, I was in that life, but even when I was in that life, man, it was like you still gotta have. There's a code that you gotta stick to. You feel me?
That's my question. Are these young dudes not sticking to the code these days?
Man, it's dudes who young, but bro, they be on drugs, they be off pills, and just impulsive doing stuff under the influence, and then they have to suffer the consequences. And it's unfortunate, but that's the society we live in, man. A lot of these dudes is slow, man. Like special ed for real, educably mentally retarded type dudes, and they put on some clothes and they look cool in their outfit, and people just think that these dudes are regular people. A lot of these dudes is crack babies, man. Grew up in different circumstances, and they just out here just showing that they really just acting out because there's stuff wrong with them. And but that's the problem. When you do something that hurts somebody, that person ain't worried about your situation or the circumstances. They just want to come back and get their revenge. So it's a lot going on to it, man. But in my opinion, gang culture is dying out in LA, in America, period, anyway. And so, yeah, dude, nobody can afford to live here. So they're all moving out to Las Vegas, Texas. You know what I'm saying? These the hood ain't the hood no more.
Really?
Man, I'm telling you, gentrification is real, bro. Like where I used to hang out, 21st and Martin Luther King, stuff like that, man. You got white people jogging at 2 a.m. with their dog, you know what I'm saying, now. And we used to roll them streets terrorizing. So it's changing. And eventually, everybody's going to get priced out. And then you're going to see the rural areas that's going to get crazy. It's going to be like the Hatfields and McCoys in the mountains of Tennessee. But with black folks.
Gang culture ain't dying in some parts of America. Maybe in LA, I guess, but it's just shifting to other spots.
Well, gang, you got to understand something. When you say that gang culture is dying, that's not saying people won't stop killing people. That means gang culture, where it was like a shot caller and an OG, and there was some type of structure to what was going on. That's dying. People just doing anything. Like even in the 80s, you wouldn't have saw somebody mess up that Nipsey Hussle mural because people had general respect for stuff like that. Now, these dudes don't care. There's the code. There's no more code. Anybody can get it. Your own homies is killing you. All types of stuff. So that aspect of gang culture is phasing out. Now it's just like the true wild, wild west. Anybody can shoot anybody.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But yeah, I unfortunately watched the video and I was just like, I mean, this is the thing, Brad. Like I remember when I was in. I mean, you look at was a Red Indian or Indian Red was his name. Then you got King Von. Like these are cats. Yeah. Right. Then you had King Von, and these rappers are dying so young. And I remember when I was like Pop Smoke. Like I remember when I was 20, 21. I was in college having the time of my life. Like,
because you cared about your life, man. Like. I mean, I'm not gonna give him no pass. I ain't about to revert back to the childhood stuff because we all came from a rough background. Some of us just made the right decisions, and some of us chose to get high on Sherman PCP. I mean, it's just what it is.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like Alan is saying. So now in these gentrified neighborhoods, you got white folks with Black Lives Matter signs everywhere.
Hey, bro, I be watching like Kev Mack videos and hood videos and stuff. And I was looking at a dude from Rolling 40s. He said, man, I ain't mad about the gentrification. He said, I'm just mad because we ain't participating. Like, that's real. That's like me. I'm not worried about gentrification. I own a house in my old neighborhood. You feel me? I'm participating. You ain't gonna push me out. I ain't moving to Vegas. I ain't moving. I'm moving to Africa, but you ain't gonna. You can't force me to move. If you own, they can't push you out unless you want to leave.
All right. And here we go. Another guy today, rapper in Chicago.
Yeah.
Got out of jail. Shot 64 times.
Yeah, I saw that. And they shot his mom in the knee.
How does that? I just, man,
it's like Kasha Zulu. He's a contrarian. Oh, not in Chicago. Man, look, a large part of my family lives in Chicago. Back in the day, them GDs, VD, them gangster disciples, them vice lords and stuff, they had people who called shots and was able to say, don't do this and don't do that, and run point on the streets. These young dudes they'll be shot the OGs if them dudes came out there trying to tell them what to do and stuff like that. The code is dying everywhere. You feel me? Like that G code, that's dying everywhere. So now you just got a bunch of reckless young dudes on drugs with guns. Drugs and guns don't mix.
Drugs and guns don't mix.
We ain't talking about weed neither.
Mm-hmm. Guys, hit that like button again. Please hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe. We are approaching 100K subscribers. We're almost there, guys. When we get there, got a special giveaway for a lucky subscriber. So again, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Go to dynastymir.com. Get your Africa is the Future t-shirt. Interesting story. So I was wearing my African Ancestral Roll Call shirt. Today's Monday, right? Yeah, that was yesterday. I was wearing it yesterday. I told this story already. I'm gonna tell it again. Somebody stopped me. I mean, I got where you get that shirt from. Showed him the site. He bought 3 of them. Then this morning, I was taking my son to soccer camp this morning. Had the Africa's the Future shirt on. Girl stopped me. Where you get your shirt from? I said, this is my shirt. Directed her to the site. So yeah, man. Yeah, so go to dynastymir.com and get your gear. Today's topic: are you mature enough to build in Africa? Because we've been seeing a lot of immaturity.
Man, listen, for real though, we've been seeing a lot of people. We live in a world where people take their problems and they go to YouTube to monetize them. And so you see a lot of people, I'm leaving this place, I'm leaving this country, and here's why. And so when you see like a here's why I'm leaving this country, you're incited to watch because you're like, damn, is there something dangerous going over there that I need to know about, say, before I go over there, or I can recommend my friends not to go over there. And when you watch these videos, it just boils down to like, there's a lot of immaturity. There's a lot of immature people coming to the continent for one reason or another. And a lot of them are coming over, for the wrong reasons, right? And Marcus Garvey said, some people will be as useless in Africa as they are in America. And Dynast, I think it was one of your shows where we talked about don't come to Africa. It was BA, Obstacles to Opportunity. He said, don't come to Africa if you just trying to get away from police brutality. Don't come to Africa just because you got fired from your job and you mad at white people for the rest of the week, right? And don't come to Africa because your boyfriend beat you up, so now you need to get a change of you need to change your life, so you just gonna go to the continent and get in touch with the ancestors. A lot of people are coming here for the wrong reasons, and a lot of people are just assholes. They're not likable. There are a lot of black people who, y'all know who we talking about. If you walk down the street and you see them, you're going to cross on the other side because you don't feel like dealing with their mess today, right? And those people have money too. And they can get a PDD check, and they can get a stimulus check, and they could buy a ticket to the continent too and go over to the continent, right? So it's like, you got to understand, like, there are a lot of people who really aren't mature enough. They're not really mature enough to come build on the continent. The only problem is YouTube is not making nobody pass no maturity test or no reading comprehension test to make a YouTube video. They're not. They give everybody the same ability to get on this platform and say absolutely anything. You know, I'm watching videos, people making videos about like, oh my God, you know, I had to leave this place. And I'm like, oh God, what happened? And then I'm realizing people getting in arguments over with local people in Africa over frivolous frivolous crap, man. Like, bro, you really argue with somebody over $5? Like, you spend more than on a latte, and now don't go to Swaziland because they'll try to get you for $5 for your coffee. Like, there was a certain squad, I'm not gonna say their name, but dude, they were literally like, we hate Ghana because they don't have the snacks we like. Oh, this dude tried to overcharge me 50 cents.
Brad, you know she divorced dude and got
what told you that. Look, you're not supposed to tell people.
And listen, long stroke Kwame wins again. Go ahead.
The boy is struck again. He said she said he didn't marry me for my cooking.
Green card Kwame wins again. All right, go ahead.
Green card. Okay, so basically, like, there was a certain squad and they talking about snacks. This place is terrible because the snacks. And people say that type of stuff because really they're just trying to get views on YouTube, but they're exposing something about themselves, how immature they are. Do you know how much stuff I know about people on YouTubers and stuff that I would never dare say on public forum? There's some things, you remember what your mama used to tell you back when we had sense? If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all, right? We lost track of that. Now we go anywhere and we call ourselves, oh, we exposing these people who are doing injustice. You're not exposing. All you're doing is exposing the fact that you're ignorant and you're immature, like literally. And when you look at these people, their age group, when you look at these people and the way they talk and the things they say, you look and say, damn, that reminds me of something. Oh yeah, it reminds me of the kind of crap that's happening in America. And you realize that these people are just taking an American mindset and they're just taking it to Africa with them. Just like they take their luggage and they pack their luggage up, they got extra baggage in their mind and they taking that over to Africa. And then when the people in Africa don't accept them, like, you know, you got ran out of your neighborhood or whatever, you can't even, the people in your own area don't like you. But then you're like, well, I'm gonna go to Africa and those people are gonna have to accept me. But then when they're like, nah, we don't accept that either, then you go to YouTube where you can lie and say, well, this is my experience. This is my experience. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's your experience. You are full of crap. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, when people make it a point to go get the approval of the Negro Peanut Gallery, right?
What?
The Negro Peanut Gallery, which is the Negro Court of Public Opinion, which is the weakest, most powerless court on earth. You know that is something with them. You know what I mean? They won't tell you their personal business. They won't tell you like, yo, I got a yeast infection. But then they'll tell you all the negativity of somebody else or some other place on earth. That person's not being real with you. They just taking what they know you want to hear or what they think you want to hear, and they're putting it up on YouTube to monetize it, right? And like the girl who I was talking about yesterday on your channel, turned down a good job over in East Africa, and she came to Ghana. But when you ask her why you come to Ghana, oh, I just like it better. I just feel a more connection here. And then, but it really turned out, oh, Green Card Kwame was lurking in the bushes, but she ain't gonna tell you that part. So when you're on these streams, you are only able to get, the only information you're gonna get is the information that they choose to give you. But remember, there's two sides to every story. Having 5 sisters, getting up, hopping in my car, driving an hour away, ready to beat some dude up because my sister told me some guy put his hands on her. I learned very quickly, there is 2 sides to every story. And yes, your own sister, your own family will lie to you, to use you to try to exact punishment on somebody else because she can't do it herself physically. And that's the same thing you see with this situation in Africa. People, African Americans, we have this tendency to want to punish people, you know what I mean, for violating us. If that's what we feel they did, we want to punish them. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go, and the best way we know how to do that is to basically defame them or throw salt on their name, throw dirt on their rep, right? We do that in America too. And you see people doing that in Africa with these different countries and stuff. That's what KK Squad was doing with Ghana. But was it real? Nah, because as soon as she got her Ghanaian, she took off. So I'm just telling you, it's a lot of immature people on these YouTube. What is this? What you want to read that?
Yeah. One YouTuber just left Tanzania because Tanzania expects her to dress like a respectable woman.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, that was all stupid. You know, like I'm not gonna say the name, but he was kidnapped, and I was in the car. I didn't want to get out the car, but then he was kidnapping me, and he was grabbing me and attacking me. But I was able to pull out my phone and video call my friend and have a conversation with her, and then hung up and called her back. Like, it doesn't add up, you guys. It does, and I'm not gonna say I'm discrediting anybody's story, but maturity would have told you, don't argue with no damn cab driver over what we all know is about $2 to $3 in taxi fare. Get a damn $3 and get the hell out of the man's car and call another one. But that's why this title is, does it take maturity? Because I know a 50-year-old woman won't be getting into that kind of altercation with a man over pennies. You feel me? She just gonna say, look, fine, here's the $2 and I'm gonna call another one, you know. But when you got people going over there, you know, that no one's gonna tell you, like there's another situation with another lady. Oh, somebody attacked me. But you can tell by just that person's history, yeah, they did, but what did you do to them? Or your mouth, how is your mouth operating that puts you in a sticky situation? I tell anybody, yeah, I don't know whose mindset I'm diminishing, but the mindset is already diminished because it's never reached maturity. So, Johanna, you know, you can say whatever you want to. Because let me tell you something, Dynas. Do you notice that every time you hear a complaint about Africa, it's always a Black American woman?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
No, but do you know?
Oh boy.
Dynas, it has to be said.
Here we go. We got it. We're gonna keep this balance.
Okay.
Sisters, if you'd like to call in. You're more than welcome to call in, sisters. But go ahead, Brandon.
Dynas, the majority of people making these videos are Black American women. And it's always, oh, they wanted me to do this. They wanted me to do that. I heard one woman say they expected her to change, to give up her African American culture to be accepted by them. And Dynas, I called you and I was like, and it wasn't about this person, but I asked Dynas, I said, Dynas, have you ever felt in Africa ever that they wanted you to give up your African American culture to be accepted by them?
No.
Okay, so when somebody says that, you know that that's total bullshit. Because if anything, you're embraced more for your African American culture in Africa. When Muhammad Ali went to Africa for the Rumble in the Jungle, them kids wasn't like, Ali, you gotta learn, you know, Congolese or where was he at, Zaire or whatever, right? You gotta learn to speak the language. They was running behind him talking about Ali.
Hey, Slayer Jim says, I have a friend who pretty much gets in an altercation in any country she goes to or American city.
Oh, we all got that friend. And I know she's a Black woman. There's some people. There was a video with a Black woman getting into it with somebody in the Democratic Republic of Congo. She was going at it with some dude who worked at a hotel, right? And you just saw this lady was bringing her Black American attitude of entitlement to that place and expected that guy to submit to her. And with these women, especially these young women, they think because a bunch of dudes is telling them they pretty that all of a sudden the rules of engagement change, right? They don't. I got 5 sisters. A lot of dudes told them they was pretty, right? And you know, once dudes start chasing them, they come home and they start giving you attitude. But I'm their big brother. And when I whooped their ass, they really realized, wait, okay, even though them dudes told me I was beautiful, didn't nothing in this house change, right? And it was culture shock for them. And that's how women are. It's like when men get into puberty and they start talking back to their mama. Oh, you smelling yourself, huh? You think shit is sweet around here now because in your mind you didn't told yourself you something more than what you is. That happens to women too. It happens to women even more because women have had basically from the time they're 15 years old, they got a bunch of dudes pursuing them, making them feel like they're a hot commodity. Then they go somewhere where it's like, yo, you are pretty, but at the same time, you ain't gonna sit up here and run your mouth and disrespect me. Oh, now that country is terrible. Don't go there. Danger, danger. I couldn't disrespect the guy over there to his face and call him no good and tell him to get out my house and all that. Danger, don't go there. You just can't bring your American mindset to Africa. And a mature person knows that. Dynast, first time going to Africa, he knew that because guess why? Dynast was mature. He was like, well, I'm going to just, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Right or wrong, Dynast?
Right.
They say that for a reason. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. We go to Rome and try to do the way we want to. And if you notice something, this is why Americans have a bad reputation around the world. A lot of people in a lot of countries, not just Africa, really do not like to see Americans coming through there because they feel like Americans have an entitled attitude and want everything to conform to the way they think it should go. That's just the way it is. I've been all over the world: Spain, Portugal, the UK, Abu Dhabi, and you have to switch. I got banned from Abu Dhabi for a whole year. That's
what you do, bro? What you do, Brad? What you do?
Dude, I have to fight with the damn security at this tournament that I did, that I went to over there, and they banned my ass. They was like, take your money, go to your hotel room, and don't come out. And on Sunday, you better be on that plane.
Are you serious?
Yes. And when I was walking out to go to the plane, there was a dude standing by my door and handed me an envelope. I opened that envelope, and they told me I was banned from participation in UAE athletics for 1 year. Do you understand what I'm saying? These dudes could have arrested my ass and executed my ass or something if that was the rules in their country. But I was over there being ignorant, right? I was over there, no, that's not right. This happened to me. That wasn't fair. And then the dude was like kind of pushing me, telling me to go down the hallway. And I turned around and I punched him. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it would be ignorant of me to go on YouTube and start disrespecting UAE and talking about how this place is terrible or whatever, or even doing like passive aggressive, because that's what a lot of our women do. They do passive aggressive attacks on people and on places. And so, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but this place smells like shit. Like, come on, dude, that's an attack, But the thing is, it's passive aggressive. So it would have been foolish of me to do that, because once I do that, I'm not acknowledging the role I played in what happened to me. And if I don't do that or take the time to think, damn, why are there so many people in that place that are in the same position as me who don't have that problem? That's what K&K Squad wasn't doing. Like, they was like, got of this, got of that. And the whole time I'm listening to them talking about snacks and all this stuff, I'm thinking in my mind, well, how are all these Black Americans in Ghana and loving it? And you guys are having a huge problem. But after a few videos, I said, okay, it's y'all. Y'all those people. Y'all those neighbors who, we got to listen to y'all argue all night. Y'all those neighbors where y'all having loud-ass parties 3 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. Oh, that's y'all. Y'all just some disagreeable Black folks who think everybody's supposed to mold what they doing to fit what you want to do. And that's just what we got, man. We got a lot of entitlement over here, and it's finding its way to Africa.
Guys, hit that like button. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and open up the lines. If you'd like to call in, link is going to be placed in the chat room. Click on that link, family. In fact, link's in the chat room. Click on that link.
Oh, Big Daddy. Big Daddy is talking about there was a woman in Tanzania who was talking trash, snapping on the locals and all that stuff. And he had to tell her to chill. Yeah, no, just a regular black woman from USA. I had to tell her to chill. I did not like her cursing and snapping at the locals in Tanzania. You know, so this stuff happens. This stuff happens. But we don't, but the court of YouTube, there's a YouTube peanut gallery where it's like, nah, it couldn't be them. Had to be the whole country. So you telling me a whole country where people are living, working, thriving, raising children is messed up. So because some chick who's like, yeah, I just want to walk into the woods and become one with the ancestors said so. Dude, come on, man. That's like you giving a wino the keys to your damn car. Like, no, it wasn't the car, fool. It was him. He was drunk. That's why he crashed. It wasn't because your wheel alignment was off. He was drunk. You feel me? It ain't no whole country. Like I hear people like I be in Kenya, right? Like me, I'm in Kenya. JT in Kenya. Go Black, I think he was just in Kenya. We got several people in Kenya. All these dudes is doing good. All these dudes is thriving over in Kenya. It's gonna take one Black American woman to come to Kenya, say, I was just out there communing with the ancestors, and all of a sudden the police was like, you can't take that out the store without paying for it. I'm leaving this place because, you know what I'm saying? It just didn't sit well with my spirit that they wouldn't let me walk out of the KFC with that bucket of chicken without paying for it. And I ain't saying that the place is a shithole. I'm just saying the place smell like shit. You feel me? This how they be. This how they be. You can't run game on me, boo. I don't give a damn how many head wraps you wear. I know I can pierce straight through all that damn henna, okay? And see straight to your soul, and it's not good. There's no way, bro. Like when I was 20 years old, why would I leave America? I was thriving. I had a pocket full of money. I had all these women, all this type of stuff. When you get up and leave from where you at, like I'm moving to the Philippines, just randomly, you're like, remember on The Lion King when Simba met Pumbaa and Timon? Right. Those was outcast. They was hiding in the jungle because they had been driven out by their own kind. Timon couldn't stop farting, and they never gave the details on why Pumbaa was outcast, but they were outcast. So when you go to a place and you meet somebody, the first thing you got to do is say, yo, is this person leaving because they want to leave, or did they leave because they had to leave? And is they bringing healthy mindset over here, or is they bringing dysfunction over here? 40-year-old Black woman in Africa looking for love. Oh yeah, she's totally emotionally balanced. You're a woman, and you're attractive, but you single at 45. Yeah, I'm sure you are just the perfectly impressed bag of marbles, dude. You're not. You're all jacked up, and you're going there because in your own town, everybody know what you're about, so you're gonna go somewhere where don't nobody know your name. You know that show Cheers, where everybody knows your name. You trying to go where don't nobody know your name. You ain't never got ran through by the dudes out here, so you gonna go there and try to reinvent yourself. Nah, man, this is what we're dealing with. And then they get on YouTube and start acting like, oh, I'm so innocent. I'm a child of the ancestor. No, dude, no. We can see through all that Maybelline. Stop fronting. And that's what our men and women, I say especially our women, need to stop fronting, man. And do you ever notice, Dynast? I get on YouTube. I'll tell people about my personal life. You'll see my wife and stuff. My daughter, my wife will come in a video every now and then. Dynast, you'll tell us about your situation, your past, your present, what you did. You never get these chicks' history. They never tell you what they was doing 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They never tell you what they was doing 5 years ago. They might tell you something like, yo, I got divorced. But they're not gonna say, I got divorced because my husband caught me sleeping with the blonde Mexican who cut the grass. They're not gonna tell you that. They're just gonna give you a surface level history of why they're in the desert of freaking Senegal building Wakanda. That's it. They're not gonna give you no history. And when that's the case, if I don't know nothing about you, I'm not believing nothing you say. Because I have the same relationship with you as I do with that African. I don't know him and I don't know you. But you can tell me anything.
All right, so we got a caller. Go ahead. I'm not even gonna say your name. Pause.
Big Daddy.
Go ahead.
What's up, bro? How y'all doing?
We're good. How you doing?
Yeah, I was just tuning into the chat. Y'all had me rolling yesterday also, but I'm here in Dar in the Bahari Beach area, if you're aware of that area.
Okay.
And I'm personally seeing the attitude that our people is coming over here in Tanzania. I'm like, yeah, his whole spirit is just off. They bring that same I bring the same attitude to the country. If you trying to be left from what's going on in America. I know customer service. Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we hear you.
There.
Dang.
Y'all there?
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, we hear Big Daddy. God damn. Paul.
Yeah.
Paul.
I change that name. I don't like saying that.
Yeah, please change that name. Please, guy. Paul. Go ahead.
Don't call him Big D.
Nah, man.
But I'm seeing it personally. Kwame, and he fell in love with Lone Stroke over here from the U.S. And she paying for everything. I dare put up with us in America like that. And she said, yeah, but the way she talking to them, she just calling him B and stuff. I said, hey, you don't do that. And I know he need a because he's fortunate getting her as a place to stay. But she's bringing the same attitude with us brothers in America. And like Brandon said, most of our complaints and ours really much are the ones that are complaining over here in the continent. And I also know because we got a big African American community here. Have you guys aware of Dynasty Beach? That's where most of all the black expats hang out at here in Dar. And I'm hearing stories where people just not doing their due diligence of move continent. And when things don't work out, then they want to talk bad about the people in Tanzania or Gambia. Because I hear people moving over here for just $1,000 USA, $1,000 USD. Gonna get something done. Planning your
you need Big Daddy. You need to go out and come back in.
Yeah, BD, Big. I don't know the call, dude, man. Hey, man, what's your government name, bro? What's your government name?
Salam.
Your connection is you got that Obama phone. You got that Obama phone, Salam. So come back in, brother. Come back in, all right? Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay, all right. I'm not here. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was just laughing from that screen name. But yeah, I agree with a lot of what was being said. And I just think that there's a lot of immaturity online right now, especially in the case of Tanzania, because a lot of people that are complaining are women, and they're complaining about the men over there. And it's like, you didn't do your research about the cultural differences before you went there. You're the same woman that said that African American men are horrible, that you love African men. Then you're with real African dudes that literally, they're very aggressive, right? If they want you, they're very aggressive. Right. And now you're complaining that it's too much. And then you're complaining that no one's defending you over there, when it's like, who do you expect to defend you? Other women?
Like defend yourself, gangster. They be so gangster. But then when some stuff happened, no one defended me. Look, man, listen. If those dudes try to walk up and talk to you, you wouldn't even talk to them. You wouldn't give them your phone number. You wouldn't give them the time of the day. But then when you feel like you're being accosted, now those dudes are supposed to say, you know what? Let me throw down this bag full of bananas that I'm carrying and go rescue this damsel in distress. Dude, these women are masculine, dog. Just because they wearing dresses with head wraps don't mean nothing. They hardcore, dude. Some of these chicks is from Compton. Trust me, I know. Like, you're not going to make me believe that, oh, I'm in distress. Like, bro, you're here. Did he rape you? Did he do something like that to you? No. So you're here. You don't got a mark on you, but somehow you was just attacked. I had a white woman. I was downtown Long Beach one time, and, you know, this lady let her dog poop on the side of this table outside where me and my family was sitting and eating, right? So I picked up the poop in a dog bag and I freaking just smashed it into the back of her head, right? This chick attacked me. Then went and called the police and said, this big black man attacked me and tried to take my purse and all this stuff. The police were like, let's look at the video. They looked at the video, they said none of that happened. If the police was like Black America, I would have been in prison. Because that's what we do. We just believe anybody. We don't know these people at all.
But then they're complaining about being, what I don't get though, they're complaining about being harassed, that too many guys are following them and bothering them and being straight up with them. What kind of problem is that?
Tell them you got a yeast infection. They'll leave you alone.
Oh, and plus, I don't like how they keep bashing East Africa right now. It's a bad look. They keep talking about how it's Arabized, it's this, it's that. I'm like, that they're conservative. They kept their conservative. That's why East Africa is not crazy. It's because there's more rules there. So now you're complaining that there's too many rules.
East Africa is great. You feel me? Like literally, East Africa is great. Kenya, like, okay, people are like, I want to be in Tanzania. Okay, first of all, Tanzania is a socialist country. One. So you already know it's going to be super conservative and it's going to be a lot of rules where you might not blend in well because you're from America where it's like anything goes, right? So that's the first. So that tells me first you didn't even do your research at all. Then you got Kenya right underneath. Did you say, let me go to Kenya and check this out? Nah, I went to one country and now I'm bashing the whole region. Just like K Squad was doing. Oh, I went to Ghana, but they wasn't saying Ghana. They was like, Africa is terrible. Don't come here. We ready to go home. They went to one country. I love Kenya. Kenya is excellent. Excellent. But I know me. Based on my experience as a mature adult, I can get along anywhere because I can look around at what's going on and adapt to what's going on. I don't got to change who I am, but I might have to dial it back a little bit so that I can coexist with these people healthily, like in a healthy way. Am I going to go walk through Kenya talking the way I'm talking in on YouTube, just all over the place? No, because in Africa, people are not like that. They don't be like yelling unless like it's a party or something, or you know they know each other. But you can't just walk through the mall yelling, acting crazy. Also, in Africa, you can't just record everywhere. You know, some places they say, hey, you can't record here, whatever. Am I then going to go bash that place because they're like, yeah, this is like the government building and we don't let people record this? Am I going to go make a freaking hate or passive aggressive hate video about that place because they have a rule that I don't like? You know, you go to UAE, you can't even drink over there unless you're at a bar inside of an American-owned hotel, right? Or like a foreign-owned hotel. Am I going to bash the place because I want to have a cocktail out in the middle of the street and hang out in front of a liquor store and knock back Hennessy? No, it's just the rules of that place. So I just adjust to the rule, and if I don't like it, guess what? I could leave. And a lot of these people are showing you they're better off just staying in America. You know, stop complaining about the police because the way you acting in Africa kind of shows why the police got to treat you the way they do in America.
Sir Will, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Bro, yeah, bro. Hey, man, this is a big mess, man. I'm telling you. Those people they didn't do their due diligence. I think that's what it comes down to. You got to do your due diligence before you're moving out to those areas, you know? And just like Brandon said, I spent about 2 weeks in Cuba one time. Guess what? Whenever I travel, I don't stay in freaking resort because I mingle with the locals. I blend in. You gotta know how to, you gotta know how to finesse your way into the culture, into the local culture. If you're not able to do that, please don't go over there. If you think you're gonna have your same entitlement that you have in the US, please stay your ass in the US, because Africa's got enough issues right now. When Dynast goes to all those places in West Africa or whatever, he blends in so well with the locals, So unless you heard his accent, you wouldn't think that he's American because he blends in. You gotta be able to blend in. You can't just stay on your side and then take your high horse or whatever, and then go based on because you got some money, you're gonna go get some long stroke Kwame, and then you know what I'm saying? That's what they do because they've been accustomed to doing those kind of things. Even in America, you guys. I mean, we're talking about long stroke Kwame, but think about it. In America, there are some women taking care of some men too. I mean, there are some men moving in with some women, and then they take care of them. So, it's always like that. But once the guy gets what he wants, he's out because no man is gonna take that BS. Especially guys who have grown up in this highly patriarchal society. There's no way they're gonna take that BS, unless they want something from you. And once they get that, boom, they're out.
Hey, Dynast, let me ask you a question. Okay, I feel like in Africa, it's way easier to get along with people. Like
way easier.
Even people we don't know.
Listen, Brandon. I told people this. It was a bigger culture shock me coming from California to Georgia than going to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
It was a worse, like it was the culture shock relocating from California to Georgia. Way more of a culture shock than going to Africa.
No, seriously. Like that's why I'm like, you had to be really abusive towards somebody to get to the point where you're getting attacked by somebody in Africa. Because I've like gotten pissed off with somebody in Africa before, and I just like kind of gave them a piece of my mind. And most of the time it's just like, I'm sorry. Like Africans are the type, if you walking down the street and you trip over a blade of grass and drop your latte, they're gonna say sorry, even though they didn't do nothing to you.
Right, exactly.
Sorry. And I used to always tell my friends, why are you saying sorry? You didn't even do anything. They're like, it's just the custom here. They hate to see something bad happen to somebody that much to where they're just gonna react. They're reacting with "I'm sorry," because and also it has a lot to do with them being, involved with whites for a long time in a subservient role. They're just kind of like overly apologetic, right? Every African you talk to, most of the times they'll say, "Excuse my accent," before they say what they're gonna say, right? I say, bro, why are you excusing your accent? This is the way you talk. It's no big deal. But Africans are very accommodating. So if you're getting into altercations in a land where the majority of people will be accommodating to a fault, I'm talking about to a fault. That speaks to me. I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, no, you're probably the problem. And let me tell you something. Have you ever been around a group of young black women between the age of 18 and 23? They can get very turned up, very rude, very disrespectful. They mouth got no limits. And you're not going to tell me that you just out there being a child of God. You're not going to tell me that. especially when you got a bunch of dudes pursuing you. You got a pocket full of money, but compared to the average person there, you balling. You're not gonna tell me you walking around being the most humble, respectful. You know that one lady, what's her name? Not Traveling Sister. Is her name Traveling Sister?
Yeah.
Dude, she's like the sweetest lady ever. Like, even before she got married, I watched her video. I'm like, that lady is so sweet. Dude, that lady like got married and she's loving it over there. She even made a video about people coming over there with like these crazy expectations and not doing what it takes to kind of, be a part of the fabric of that society. Why is she doing fine and you struggling? Why am I doing okay? Why is JT doing okay? Why is Dynast doing okay? But you're the person who's having all the issues. The country must suck. I can't go to Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone's terrible. I hate it here. It's awful. Well, then why is Dynast doing okay? Why are there so many people living there who are Black Americans like you who are doing okay? It's you. You're the problem, not them. You're the problem.
Go ahead, Kanguru.
Hey, what's going on, guys? First and foremost, just want to say that I really appreciate what you guys have been doing out here. Y'all may see me every now and then pop up in the comments. I believe that the dialogue that you guys present to our community is well warranted, and you guys provide a wealth of information and entertainment as well. Now, with that being said, this topic is something that's near and dear to me. All right, so my family is already in Tanzania, right? I've been there for a month. My wife is Tanzanian, so I guess my circumstances are a little different. I'm moving there in September, but I've been there before, right? But my thing is, it's like, all right, I'm involved in a couple of different groups, WhatsApp groups. Some of them include some YouTubers and whatnot. And so there's Jamaicans and Americans and Brits and all that. Now, I don't want a diaspora set trip, but it seems to me like a lot of the hardships that I've been noticing have been coming from the Black American community, right? And I think one of the reasons for that is, we're just abused, man. We got Stockholm syndrome. So as soon as when we go over there, we feel entitled, and we want to behave like the people that oppress us. And I think that even as hard as we try not to do that, it's something that just kind of comes through. And in Africa, like Tanzania, I've been to Tanzania and Gambia. People could sniff out your personality real quick, and people don't want negative, negative types of personality traits around them. So getting to these YouTubers and a lot of these folks that have been exiting, specifically Tanzania, because that's kind of the country that I've been paying attention to, because that's where I'm going. It's like, yo, how are you not fitting in Tanzania, man? That's like the most peaceful place I've ever been in. Like, I stepped on a dude's shoe, spilt his drink on him in the club, and like Brandon said, he told me sorry. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like what we need to do as a people is, first and foremost, we have to go there with value, right? Because another one of the reoccurring themes I've been seeing is that for Tanzania specifically, is that, well, they're cracking down on the student visas, and they're paying extra attention to Black Americans that's been going there. But the thing is, what I've been noticing, ain't nobody really bringing value. Like, I know a couple Jamaicans that are over there, have restaurants, trucks, stuff like that, hiring Africans. And so they're adding value. So if you're on YouTube and you're being extra vocal about your activities in Tanzania, but you're being scrutinized, and if you're not adding to the community, people are going to take notice. So it's like, wait a minute, so all these people are just going to come here, freeload, and do YouTube and do drop shipping, and they paying America taxes and not us? Well, we got to correct course. Because, if we're going to talk about like what the Chinese and them are doing, they go there and they're abusive and they take advantage, but they're providing opportunities, and we're not doing that. So we need to start adding value. We got to get known for something other than YouTubing. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise they're not going to take us seriously. And that's what I see starting to happen in Tanzania as it pertains to Black Americans. They're not taking us seriously because we're not providing anything.
Kanguru, I want to say this. You got to think about this, bro. White
Okay.
people go to Africa. They get along just fine. Chinese people, the most socially awkward group of people on earth, go
Absolutely.
to Africa, go to Africa and get along fine. We go to Africa. Suddenly, the countries we go to, oh, it's the worst place on earth. Tanzania has an entire African American community. There's like thousands of African Americans there. How can't you get along when you literally can go to a place in that country and be surrounded by nothing but your own kind? Like, how can you say, oh, I experienced this and I experienced that? Bro, you're literally just a jerk. And instead of being real, like, I was being a little bit difficult and ridiculous, you're just going to put it all on them because they're not here to defend themselves. And Costa Zulu, you one of those people who would go to Africa and be complaining. Why? Because, hey, Dynast, let this guy Costa Zulu call in.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat room.
Because he can't go back into his email and just send you an email because we know he's been on here before. He can't
No. I'm putting the link.
No. But I'm trying to give an idea. I'm trying to give an idea about the thought process. Any other normal human being would say, I messaged Dynast before on email to get the link. I can go back into Dynast email. Hey, Dynast, I want to get on the show, and he could send me a link. Instead, he says, I want to come on the show in the chats, on the chat group. And that's a key example of our mindset. We don't want to do the work. We just want to yell or just make a complaint publicly and then expect everybody to just do what we want them to do. This dude's talking about you're telling one side of the story. Bro, I only know one side of the story because the guy's not around to tell his side. So what you want me to do? Just make something up? You want me to just condemn the guy off of not even knowing what happened from his perspective? No, that's what we do in America. That's why our homes and families are all messed up because we don't even got to get the information correct. We just go out and kill. We just go out and act ignorant based on half of the story. But you want me to be like that, and I can't be like you. I can't sit around smoking weed all day on my mom's sofa. So
Brandon.
Let's not get personal.
Hey, Brandon. Oh, sorry.
Brandon, you got so much smoke for FBA, bro. It's ridiculous. I'm kind of ashamed to associate myself with you sometimes, the way you talk about us, bro. It's funny. It's funny because you say Chinese go there and they get along. Chinese be over there disrespecting the shit out of Africans, bro. Like you don't see all of the propaganda on the internet. They cussing out Africans right there in their homeland, smacking them up and feeling all on the way. Come on, man, dude. Everybody go over there and disrespect Africa. But y'all want us to come over there on the y'all want us to walk on eggshells when we come.
For one, you spelled your own name wrong on the thing. But I'm for two, bro. You see, and this is what I'm saying. You a grown man, dog. You lived on this earth for more than 15 years.
Yep.
You should know out of everybody. You can't take a few isolated incidents and make a total judgment on a country.
Isn't that what you're doing, though?
No, it's not.
A few isolated people and you're making a judgment on all black African American people, bro.
No.
You do the same thing all the time.
Okay, Kanguru. Do I not compliment Dynast? I compliment people who are black Americans.
Last time that I checked, Dynast was FBA, and you give him props all the time.
Even the leader of the FBA movement on YouTube, Nakneezy, said on my channel the other day, Brandon loves black people. I will say that. He loves all black people all over the world. This is somebody I talk to personally. You hear me say something, you take it personal, then you come and jump all down my neck, which is fine. I don't care. But the point I'm making is this. We have to acknowledge what we do, how we contribute to what's going on with us so that we can fix it. You're the type of person who's like, I'd rather have this, I'd rather be ignorant to what I'm doing, and so I can just blame it on somebody else. We're trying to fix a problem by calling it out. You're trying to ignore the problem and complain about the results. This is what we've done for decades.
Hey, I don't agree with every Black American going over to Africa. But I also don't agree with continental Africans telling us we have to walk on eggshells when we do come over.
There's never no African ever said that.
Hold on.
Ever said that.
No way.
Bro, hey.
Nobody's telling you to walk on eggshells.
Okay, wait.
Kangaroo, where you from, bro?
Wait. Let's settle this right now. Let's settle this right now.
Where you from?
Wait, guys, listen. Let's settle this right now. We got three brothers who are African American on here who've been to Africa. We got one brother who ain't never been to Africa. Dynast, if you're there, I'm gonna ask you first, Kangaroo. Have you ever been told by an African on the continent, or even made to feel like you had to walk on eggshells in Africa?
Nah.
And if I ask Dynast, he'll tell you the same thing. So if you
no.
Oh, he said no. So if you got three African American brothers,
they walk on eggshells around me.
They walk on eggshells around us. Bro, I'm telling you, they be like, do you need this? Do you need anything? Do you want to come sleep at my house? Dude, I walk around like, bro, like I'm a king around there. I'm just marking. So look, this is where the ignorance takes place. You got three brothers who've been through Africa extensively, spent a good amount of time there, telling you something, but you prefer to go listen to somebody who you don't even know,
Dude, I'm not letting those people influence my
bro, you just said
that's not gonna hinder me from going to Africa, bro. I'm gonna travel all over the continent.
Listen,
but when
let me say one last thing to prove that you're full of crap. You just said I'm not gonna let those people influence me. You just said we gotta walk on eggshells around Africa on the continent, but you've never been to the continent. So that means that opinion.
Okay, Brandon, chill out, bro. I've never been to the continent. That means nothing. Marcus Garvey never set foot on the continent, and that's one of the greatest African leaders we've ever known. So don't. Oh, well, you never been to the continent. My fiance.
Bro, you can't make an assessment of a place you.
Bro, no, you got to go with that, man.
Fam, you can't make an assessment of a place you never been to. That's like me saying, okay, for example, bro.
I deal with Africans every day.
You live in Chicago, right?
Yes, Brandon.
Okay, so look, before I ever went to Chicago, I thought like everybody else, man, Chicago is a shithole. It's dangerous. Everybody's trying to kill you over there. Then I went to Chicago. My cousin said, cuz, come down and visit me. I went to Chicago. I went even in the projects of Chicago.
I'm in West Baltimore right now. West Baltimore.
A gang member from Chicago. I didn't even know I was in the projects. I was like off of like 131st Street or something ridiculous like that. And the dude was like, hey man, you not from around here, huh? I said, no, I'm looking for my cousin's house. I'm walking through the projects, bro, not even realizing I'm in the projects because it don't look like projects, right? And in California, we don't really have projects like that. So I don't really know what projects look like. I thought they were like high-rise buildings, but the ones in Chicago, they're like regular level ground. The guy walked me to my cousin's house and was like, yo, she live right there, right? My cousin was like, bro, you know, like somebody just got shot on the porch next door to me and got killed. Now, I was like, damn, so that dude's from Chicago. I have this bad image of these Chicago guys, and this dude helped me out. He didn't rob me. He didn't gun me down. Immediately, I realized, damn, I can't just look at the media and get a true understanding of Chicago. Then I went to the Loop. Very nice, very beautiful city. Museums downtown, very nice. I said, this is nothing like the way they represent this on TV, right? This is nothing like that. So you never been to Africa, bro. You might know Africans in America.
But I deal with Africans over there.
That is totally different.
No, it's not totally different, bro. These are people who just recently come here.
You tell me how? Listen, bro. Africans in America are totally different from Africans in Africa.
You try to cape for continental.
No, I don't.
Bro, you said Francis Ngannou and Israel Adesanya likes African Americans. That's the biggest lie I've ever heard you tell, bro.
What are you talking about?
They were cool. I trained with Izzy, so that means he liked all African Americans, bro. He always got some sleazy to say
Bro,
about
I
an
met
FBA?
Israel Adesanya because he trains in Ato San Diego, which is my jiu-jitsu team.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
Oh, wait. So I met him personally, and the guy was super cool, super humble. I'm a black belt. Good morning, professor.
He
Nice to
can
meet
get
you.
something from you. Yeah,
Listen,
that's why he's
you can't
super
get
cool
anything
and
from me because
super
I don't own the
down to earth.
school.
Hey, bro,
Listen, bro. Listen to me.
If
Listen to me.
and listen, it's the same thing with continental Africans. They're
Oh
gonna be
my
super
God. So
nice,
now
but
you
as
know
soon as they realize that they can't get
you know
anything from you, bro, they're gonna do the same thing Izzy
Compton.
does.
You sounded ignorant, bro. You
Let me
making it
sound
seem like
ignorant,
you know
bro.
every.
This
Let me
brother, this
okay.
brother is
Let me
ignorant
Bro,
for
dwell on
sure.
my
so you
ignorance.
know, so you never been to Africa, but you know what every single continental African is thinking. Come on, bro. That's like me. That's like me never
Well,
going to
shit,
Chicago.
I've spoke to a whole lot of
I
Nigerians
don't
to
want to
know what
hear that.
Nigerians think about
He's
black
he's
people.
he's
You
worse than the
spoke to
K&K squad.
fam. You spoke to the bougie Nigerians, man. If you speaking to
Oh,
the
so
Nigerians over
everybody that
here,
comes to America is a bougie Nigerian. They
Bro,
be
you
dirt
got
broke,
four.
bro.
mostly.
They be dirt broke.
Bro, you have four adult black males who've been to Africa extensively telling you something. You like a hard-headed kid.
Yeah,
We telling you something based
you
on
like a
experience.
hard-headed kid too.
Okay, that's fine. But let me tell you something. As a man, I know if four people who've experienced something tell me something, I'm not going to be dumb enough to tell them about what I heard and try to do that to dismiss what they telling me.
I
Only a kid
still
would do
have
that.
my own experiences,
No,
bro.
you don't.
And
You
it
have
won't.
no experience. You
Okay.
have no experience.
Okay.
There's this poem by Dom Kennedy. Dom Kennedy is a rapper from California. He said,
I know
"How you
Dom
gonna-
Kennedy, bro.
Yes, and he said, "How you gonna claim a hood that you never been to?" That's what you doing. You trying to speak on something you ain't never experienced. You ain't never been there. You doing the exact thing FBAs do, bro. Which
Okay.
makes people
So
not
I'm
like
doing the
them.
exact thing that Marcus Garvey was
You're
doing
doing
too, because that
exactly
Negro
what we
never set
complain
foot on
about white
Africa.
people doing
And
to us.
that Negro never set foot on Africa, and he's one of the
You
greatest
are
Africans
not
First of
ever.
all,
So
One
first of all,
second,
y'all
yo.
you
gotta
don't even know
stop
why
trying to use
Marcus
that
Garvey
because
never set
everybody's
foot in
not
Africa.
going back to Africa. Trust me, I'll be one of the people to go back, but everybody ain't gonna go back, and their opinions
That's
don't
fine.
matter any less.
Marcus
That's
Garvey
fine.
said
We're
that.
not discrediting nobody. Like, fam, I don't think
That's all
anyone here
Brandon
is
does. I ain't
discrediting.
talking about nobody else on the panel but Brandon. I don't know nobody else on him.
Bro,
Nah,
but you
that's
can
cool.
talk
But I'm just trying
about
to say,
Go ahead.
who me?
Yeah.
All right. I don't think anybody is discrediting any FBA, ADOS, whatever you want to call it, or diasporans who don't want to go back to Africa. Matter of fact, we need people. We need each other all over the place. So, and it's unrealistic for all of us to go back to Africa or whatever the case. But my question I gotta ask is, why so much hate though? Like, I mean, that's literally where like Africa is the final frontier. You got the nigga from Twitter, what's his name? Jack Dorsey is going over to Africa, going over to like Ghana, trying to pop some shit off. What's his name? Mark Zuckerberg doing the same thing in Kenya. Like, we're the only ones that seem to have an issue with going to Africa. We're the only ones that have an issue with working with Africans. Like, why can't we go over there and bring the value over there? Like Brandon said, niggas get PPP loans and shit like that right now. This is the perfect time for you to stack your bread up and go the fuck over there. Donald Trump's fucking great grandfather came all the way from a shithole country to fucking I'm sorry about the language. Came all the way from a shithole country to America when America wasn't popping and got it popping, and Donald Trump became president. Why wouldn't you want to set some shit up like that for your future generations? Africa is the place to do it. America is it's done. Like, there's everything is done here, fam. I mean, and it's cool. Like, yeah, our ancestors' bones are buried here,
Brother,
and all of that.
listen,
But
Kangaroo, I agree with everything you're saying, bro.
Hey, you muted. Kangaroo, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you, bro.
We can't hear you.
Oh, let's get somebody else on. Hey, hold on 1 second. Travel bruh 77021. Okay, you gotta travel. You gotta turn off the playback. Nah, travel bruh. I can't hear him. All right, Muana Zion, unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you very much, guys, for letting me come in. I was
Go
just
ahead.
kind of overhearing, the discussion between Brandon and the brother. I don't know what's his name, Shaka Zulu or something like that.
Costa.
What?
Costa.
I think it's Shaka because he's trying to spell
No,
it
it's
back.
Costa. It's like the boxer,
Costa.
Costa Zulu.
Okay. I've watched and listened to the two of you guys, Dynast and Pan African Strikes Back. And you guys are definitely intellectuals, and no offense to the brother, but you can't keep trying to discuss things like this to this level to a person that you can basically teach. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say.
No, I understand. It's just so
Yeah.
basically what you're saying is like, I understand what you're trying to say. Just some people are like, there was a quote that was on Facebook the other day. It said, no matter how much you try to get someone to understand, they're just purposely going to misunderstand you.
Exactly.
It's just the conversation that me and Brandon are having, because the brother made a great point in regards to building your legacy. White folks came over here from SO countries. A bunch of other people have came over to America from SO countries. In fact, here we go. The black American is the only demographic of people that just refuses to look outside of America. I just don't get it. We're the only people. We're the only people.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. Also, you have to understand the conditioning that our people here in America have gone through. I get you. I'm
tired of the white man. I'm tired of the white man.
No. I get you. I get what you guys are. I get what you guys are saying, but it is that deep. I was born in Africa, and I don't know if I've talked to Brandon's show before, and I was there a couple of times. But we have to understand that too, because it's so deep to the point where there's so many people. Some of our people, they're not going to get it. So all you have to do is just collaborate and actually get together with people like-minded and actually make the move. You get what I'm saying? And Africa right now, honestly, Africa right now, especially the region where I'm from, where I was born in Congo. I mean, that's the biggest landmass in pretty much Africa right now. That's one of the biggest countries in Africa right now. And within like probably 10 to 20 years from now, that place is going to be the place to be reckoned with. And not just that place itself. I'm talking about the whole entire Africa right now. And I was actually watching a YouTube channel of this Indian guy was talking about that region where I'm from. That was his home. And I was very confused. And I'm like, what is going on here? And so the brother that is actually talking rubbish right now, he doesn't really understand that Middle Eastern Indians and all that kind of people are going to Africa, buying up land left or right. By the time you decide to go to Africa, it'll be too late.
And I'm gonna give you an example. It's also an issue here in America. So I live in an area of Atlanta called the West End, right? They were giving these homes away damn near like 8 years ago. 8 years ago, 9, 10 years ago, they were giving them away. Black folks. Somebody has to give themselves to the debate. Yeah. So black folks, it's the hood, it's the trap, it's the hood, it's the trap. And what they wanted to do is go with the white folks in the suburbs. White folks came back to the city, start building this shit up. Now black folks are crying about gentrification. Like they were giving shit away in my neighborhood. Like give it away. You could get a property for like $30,000. Now these same property, it picks them up for $50,000, and you got you a house. Nice. Now these homes are going for like close to $500,000. Black folks are crying about gentrification and others. It's just I don't know what it is. I think the issue with Black Americans, what I'm noticing, is we brag about building the pyramids, we brag about building America, but then it's like we don't want to build anymore. It's like the game's not over, like the season's not over. You know, like after the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl, they're not saying, okay, we're gonna shut down the franchise and we're just gonna stop. Nah, they're getting ready for the next season. It's like a lot of us don't want to get ready for the next season.
Dynast, first of all, we was forced to build that stuff. That's why we built it. We didn't build it because we was walking through a field and said, you know what, I think I want to build a barn right here. Someone forced us to do that. Just like in America. Every time they want Black people to do something in America, they try to get us to do it, then they just force us to do it, right? This is what they always do. But what I want to say is this, Dynast, here's where you see the real sickness that goes on with our people. Me and you have both been to the continent. Just a couple of months ago, Dynast, maybe a year ago, almost a year, I decided to start doing business on the continent in the form of buying land, right? And I have like a kibanda and I have an Airbnb. You do business with continental Africans. You go to Africa regularly. You're a damn prince, for God's sakes. Our word don't mean nothing to these people. But you know whose word means something? The dude who went to Africa for 3 days. The dude who went to Africa for a week and got mad because they didn't have the snacks that he liked. That's who they choose to get their information from. Why? Because that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh, they don't like us, this and that. Well, if you walk over there with that attitude, then you're going to have a negative experience, and then you're going to come back and bash Africa even more. It's like the 48 laws of power. You know, if you feel like you can't do something or achieve something, then devalue it. And that's what these people do. Really, when they talk the way they talk, that's a limitation that they have in their own mind. And so they got to argue for their limitation. I have to devalue that thing because I don't feel like I deserve it, right? That's Black people. We don't think we deserve anything better than what white people telling us that we deserve to have, right? So if we don't think we deserve it, we got to devalue it. And that guy Les Brown said, beware of people. He said the bad thing about arguing for your limitations is that if you win the argument, you get to keep them. So when Costa Zulu come on here with his misinformation about Africa and his misjudgment of Africa based on I'm around Africans every day, and let me tell you, no African American is hanging around Africans every day. Trust me, not
Bro, Brandon, stop it.
Don't interrupt me. Don't
Africans
interrupt me. I'm
live
not done.
with me. They live in the same house as me, bro. My fiance is African.
I'm not done. So the fact that you can work with Africans shows that you can get along with them. Because nobody's going to sit up every day with somebody who don't like them, who disrespect them, and who craps on them all the time, right?
And you're failing to hear me. And
no, I'm not.
And it's crazy because, you paint me as this guy. I don't want to go to Africa.
You paint you as that guy.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm painting you as the guy. As you need to understand the people who don't want to go to Africa.
No,
you need to understand the people who want to stay home and build, bro. And you can't.
Bro, have you ever, let me ask you a question. And the answer to this question will prove if you're really an honest human being. Have you ever seen me make a video telling people to move to Africa, bro?
I don't watch your videos, bro.
Okay. Have you ever heard me on this channel telling people to move to Africa?
No, but you said with a lot of things.
You just said no, right? You just said no. So what are you talking about? Marcus Garvey said most of y'all gonna be useless in Africa just like you're useless in America. So why would I want you to go to Africa? I created a whole damn group to help African Americans who want to buy land in Africa, get land in Africa, bro. I didn't make a group and try to recruit you into the group. I didn't recruit anybody into the group. I said, hey, I got a group. If you want to buy land in Africa, here's a vehicle to do it.
Yes, but you know my issue with you, Brandon. You're always bashing FBA.
I don't bash FBA.
Yes, you do.
What FBA's doing.
You say, Africans like Black America.
Can you give me an example of when I lied on FBA and bashed them? Give me one example.
Bro, I'm not here to give you
Give me one example. You made a claim. Give me one example of how I bashed FBA.
Okay, Brandon, you don't bash FBA ever.
You just said I bash FBA all the time.
Yeah, but this is real childish. Give me an example. When
This
I
is
do
not
it?
childish.
What day? What time
You
was
make-
it?
no, I didn't say what day.
What was the sun in the sky? Like, come on,
Listen,
bro.
bro.
Like, get out of here with that.
No, I didn't say what day. I just said give me an example.
But you know, bro. Like we've had this conversation plenty of times before, bro. Like I just gave you an example early on in the conversation, but you don't want to use that example.
No, you said that I'm making fun of, I'm bashing people who don't want to move to Africa. And I just told you that I've never told anybody that they should move to Africa. I've always encouraged people to use Africa as an economic base for business. That's all I've ever said. Hey, even if you want to stay in America, you can stay in America. Just go to Africa, set up some businesses, because in America, one, every time you tell an FBA person to do something business-wise in America, they bring up Black Wall Street, and they always destroy it. So I said, well, guess what? Use Africa then. You feel me? Use Africa then. Go somewhere where they can't just come in and ruin everything for you. Use that as the base, like every other race of human beings on earth does with their homeland, right? They could still stay in America. I'm in America right now, so I can't bash somebody who ain't moved to America. But look, the FBA.
Bro, you talk down on everything that FBA do that you feel is wrong. You don't say shit about people over on the continent. It's never equivocated, bro. Like you don't. It's not balanced when you talk about both sides, bro. You talk about it as if they gave birth to you over there.
Was I born in Africa? Was I born in Africa?
Hell no, and that's what surprises me.
Listen. Have I lived in Africa for 35 years?
No.
Okay, so I don't have the knowledge of Africa to speak about the bull crap that Africans do in Africa.
What?
But I have been in America.
Are you kidding me?
Listen, I have been in America.
But they have the knowledge to come over here and talk about what we do. You co-sign all the time.
I'm not worried about what they're doing. You talk about what I'm doing.
You co-sign all. I just told you, you co-sign all the time.
What have I co-signed?
Oh, all right, bro. All right, Brandon. I'm not here to try to give you receipts,
this is a baseless accusation. You're emotional.
I'm not emotional, Brandon.
And you want to try to make it seem like I'm doing something.
No, Brandon, you just always one-sided with your topics, bro. Everybody come here and they get along with the Africans, but we can't come over here and get along.
Am I the only one doing that?
Bro, that's what you said. You said that the Chinese come here and Arabs, everybody come here and they get along just fine. No, they don't. They go there and they raise hell too.
No, bro. You never
just don't get persecuted like another black person does.
Listen, bro. You never been to Africa, so you don't understand. You go to Africa, you see Arabs, you see Indians.
I've had contact with plenty continental Africans to move over.
Like I just said, we ain't talk about contact. We had contact with aliens. That don't mean you know what they look like or what they do every day. You go down to Africa. You see Arabs, Indians, Chinese getting along with the Africans. You see them.
Bro, they're not getting along. They're also molesting the kids and filling on the girls.
Oh my goodness!
Stealing and robbing and shit.
This guy over here.
They over there overfishing the oceans. They over there polluting streams and rivers that people drink out of. Come on, they're not getting along. They're over there fucking Africa. Y'all making it seem like they're getting along.
You're talking about polluting streams and molesting kids, bro. What you're talking about is stuff that is not the norm. That's French stuff.
That's not the norm.
That's not the norm.
Bro, that's not the norm.
Are you kidding me? So the Catholic Church ain't running wild over there? They don't sacrifice kids?
Oh my goodness, is that the norm?
Come on, y'all, man.
Have you seen a kid? Have you seen a kid getting sacrificed? Have you physically seen that with your own eyes?
Bro, I've never seen a kid being sacrificed, but understand what I mean by sacrificing. I don't mean cutting them open and taking their organs out like a goddamn chicken, bro. I'm talking about sacrificing.
They're doing that in America. They're doing that in America.
Come on, bro.
Bro,
there's no child sex rings in the hood, bro.
Fam.
Oh my goodness.
Fam. You're talking about Africa like this stuff ain't happening in America, bro. We're not talking about. There is no perfect.
Let me know where there's Chinese people trafficking black little girls over here that we know about.
What What are you talking
No,
about?
this guy,
Dude,
this guy's off the chain, man.
hold on, Kakashi Zulu. They just had this whole thing about, I guess Donald Trump last year, as far as his sex trafficking. These little, in fact, Atlanta's like #1 when it comes to sex trafficking. What are you talking about?
Yep.
He just said anything to try to discredit Africa, which is fine.
Nobody's discrediting
the point
Africa.
The point remains, you have not invested in buying a ticket to Africa, so you can go see what's really going on. So what
no,
doing
but
Brandon,
check this out, bro. Brandon, check this out. When I do go to Africa, I guarantee you my mind don't change. You're not hearing me.
How you know?
Me. I have no
how you know?
Africa. I want to move and live there. I want to live. I want to die in Africa.
How you know?
Bro, let me tell you something. You probably think if I land in East Africa, I'm gonna get off the plane and I'm gonna see a bunch of Chinese people.
No, that's not true.
If I told you that you probably won't see a Chinese person in Kenya for like your first 2 months being there, you wouldn't even understand that because you never been there. You talk about Chinese like they just all over the place. Oh, look at Chinese. Oh, there's a You don't even see Chinese. You barely might see
the
one
Chinese are all through Ghana. What are you talking about?
Bro.
Oh my goodness, this guy doesn't know what.
All right, Dinus.
Where you from? Sir Will.
Let's ask somebody who's been to Ghana because I've never been. Dinus.
My fiance from Ghana.
Okay, bro. Listen.
Bro, that's the funniest shit you said. It's like me saying that I know everything about white people because my girlfriend is white. Come on, man.
You from Chicago, right, Costa?
That's correct.
Okay. The Chinese own, or the Arabs own, all the liquor stores and everything else in Chicago. Does that mean they run in the hood?
But shit, damn, they run a huge percentage of the hood, yeah.
But are they running the hood, though?
Come on, bro.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. These people can be anywhere because they're doing business. That doesn't mean they're running the country. Do you not, Dinus, when you go to Ghana, right? Because this guy, do you see Chinese everywhere all over Ghana?
No.
Hey, Brandon, you're overly optimistic about Africa. I'm a realist. I'm not optimistic and I'm not pessimistic. I'm a realist, bro.
Why won't you listen to the answer? Dinus just told you, Dinus, are Chinese running all over Ghana?
No, you'll see them at the airport, but once you get out the airport, you're not seeing them everywhere unless you go to.
So they're not overfishing the coast, and they're not polluting the streams with illegal mining activities in Ghana.
Now you're an environmentalist.
I've been an environmentalist, Brandon. You don't listen to what I say. I've come on here many of times talking about the environment, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
All right, Kasha, let me tell you something. I think what you're doing here is you're doing like a big mistake here. You're doing something we call generalizing.
I just think you co-signing with Brandon and Dinah.
No, I'm not.
If you
I'm not. But
what
you're doing,
maybe I'll believe what you're saying.
This is a prime example of what the topic is. If you go to Africa, please make sure you got your maturity in check. Because what this guy is doing is spewing white propaganda. What that he doesn't know.
You acting like what I'm saying ain't true though.
It's not the norm though. What you're saying is not the norm, bro. It's not the norm.
The norm. If it's happening, that's the norm.
Listen,
bro.
Shit, I mean,
if it's happening, that's the norm.
Listen,
what do you mean?
No, it's not. It's not. Basically, what you're doing is what those dumbass Africans are doing when they're generalizing about Black Americans. It's not the norm.
You have a whole lot of y'all who overgeneralize about Black Americans, and we don't say anything.
You probably met the dumb ones.
Right. The ones that Brandon defend, the ones that say, "Oh, they're good Africans, but they like Black Americans, bro."
Do you realize that in China, on their news, they said America's polluting the streams in Africa? And in America, they're saying China's polluting the stream in Africa, when in reality, it's somewhere in the middle. So you're just under the
Where's America polluting? Where are they mining in Ghana? Please let me know.
Listen, you wouldn't know. Listen, let me ask you.
No. Listen. Tell me where they mining in Ghana. Where is?
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever typed in Google search, is America mining in Ghana?
Yes.
No, you
No,
haven't.
you haven't.
No,
Yes,
you
No,
I
you
haven't.
haven't.
No,
Yes,
you
I
have
have.
not.
Because if your ass did, you wouldn't be asking that question.
So
Fam,
tell me where they mining at.
You are listen. You are influenced by media, so you've been radicalized by me. You've been sensationalized by Western
Bro,
media.
and all you trying to do is over advertise something so you can get
Bro,
money out of it. You just a
what I'm trying
capitalist,
to,
bro.
what I'm trying to do. Have
You
I
just
ever
want
asked you
somebody
for
to go
a
to join your organization. Oh, you want to
Have
come to
I asked
Africa?
you
Come
for
join me. Come
Dinus,
give me your money, and
Dinus,
I'll bring you over here. You
Dinus,
just want that, bro.
Dinus,
I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in
Dinus.
Yo,
this.
what's up, bro? What's
Let me
up?
ask you a question.
Go
Have
ahead.
I ever asked you to join OAP?
I ain't say
No,
Dinus.
Have I ever on this show, have I ever on your show tried to recruit people to OAP?
no.
Hell no.
Because I just
Bro, you talk about it all the
no,
time. That's you
and
advertising
no,
it.
he
That's
does
you.
no.
Oh, this is what I
Kasha,
do. This is what I
Kasha,
do.
hold on, Kasha. Brandon has never came on here, and I mean he might mention it and drop it once every blue moon, but I mean for the most part, I don't allow people for the most part to market their investors because of a previous situation. I'll leave it like that.
I
So
don't even market OAP. I have an email full of people requesting to be at OAP that I haven't even opened.
Brandon.
No, you're just making false claims.
No, I'm not making things
Yeah, you
up,
are.
Brandon. Everything I'm saying is valid. All of these things,
You
all
just
of these,
said I'm trying to recruit
every
people to
video
OAP.
that I've been featured on is on Dynast's channel, bro.
Costa,
And anybody can go back and see it.
the
And all of the stuff, the trash
the
that you talk
membership
about
of
Black
OAP,
Americans, bro.
listen, the membership of OAP is sealed and it's full. So how can I do anything to recruit more people when it's totally full? So you just lying at this point.
Right. It's full now.
It's been full.
How long is it gonna be full, Brandon?
Have I announced another project?
Hey, you can announce that tomorrow, bro. You can pre-advertise. You don't have to be advertising just because it's open right now.
Brandon,
bro.
I think you stole his girlfriend or something because that brother is out for you, man.
This dude, hey, bro, if you want to be an OAP, man, I'm sorry, you can't be in it. It's full,
I definitely don't want to be in anything involved with you, Brandon. Bro.
Are you jealous?
You bash your own people.
Are you jealous?
You smoking weed, but you abuse food, bro. How are you any better?
Okay.
Oh my God.
And guess what? When someone calls me fat, oh, you fat, Brandon.
I didn't call you fat, Brandon. I said you abuse food, bro.
Listen,
I didn't say you fat.
You said I abuse food.
Yeah,
and I said,
bro.
Listen, and I said, when people in the comments call me fat, you don't hear me complaining. You complaining, you talk about me abusing weed. Okay, bro, get out your feelings, bro. You
talk about Black Americans abusing weed and everything that we do.
And guess what? I am Black American.
You feel is derogatory.
I am Black American, and when I talk about Black Americans, I say we. I always say we this, we that. I'm include myself in on that. I'll even talk about my own family members. Okay, so don't try to make it seem like you're picking on Black Americans are not victims, bro. We love to play the victim, but we're not victims.
Every Black person on the planet is a victim to the system of racism and white supremacy, bro.
Yeah,
so you're kidding yourself if you think you're not.
Listen, bro. You people decide to be victims, and as long as we have the mindset.
Well, if you want to tell yourself that you're not a victim, prisoners do that all the time. Well, yeah, I ain't a prisoner. I live in my head. You can tell yourself that all you want, bro. You still live in a prison system.
Let me tell you something.
You gotta ask the white man when you can travel. Hey, Massa, can I go to Ghana? Massa, can I go to Tanzania? Massa, can I go to Nigeria? You gotta ask them to go anywhere on this planet, bro.
Kasha, when do we have to ask the white man to go anywhere?
You asking for a passport. That is you asking the white man.
Oh,
can you travel?
Come on, bro.
Listen, fam.
Hey.
Costa, you went to school. Do you know who Albert Einstein is?
Yes. Come on, brother. Like, you're not talking to a goofy.
Okay. You pretty goofy, but Albert Einstein, Albert Einstein said, beware. He said, stay away from negative people because they have a problem for every solution. Every time we come with a solution or a logical response to what you say, you just jump to something else. You was just talking about the environment. Now you talk about begging a white man for a passport. Then you talk about me abusing food. Then you'll talk about this. You just gonna keep hopscotching to a problem. That's fine, bro, but good luck with that, because that's what a lot of black people do, and they end up 55, 60 years old, still talking about the same shit, bro. So go ahead and keep doing that. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your life, and you're not going to do anything with that mindset. We preach progressiveness to our people. Hey, stop complaining. We can do this, just like the guy comments so well, right? He tells our people, go do things to progress yourself, build yourself, make yourself better, but you got that peanut gallery. Always, but what about this? What about this? Let me give you a piece of advice, and I hope you take this for the rest of your life, and I'm done with this conversation after that. Having a positive mindset will not allow you to do anything you want to do, but it will allow you to do everything you want to do better than having a negative mindset will. And I know that's a lot, but you need to start changing the way you look at problems. Stop looking at problems. Stop looking for problems. Start looking for solutions. If the Chinese are polluting the rivers, invent something that will clean the rivers over in Africa and take it there and become a millionaire. If Africans don't like you, go to Africa like the new Messiah Jesus, put on a head wrap and walk through the country butt naked, preaching the gospel of self-love and unity. You're not looking at solutions. You're looking at problems, and you're gonna, and guess what you're gonna manifest? More problems. That's why you ain't got your passport yet, and that's why you're not in Africa right now.
That's cool, bro.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
I do have my passport too. You just be talking out the side of your neck, bro. And for the fact that you just sat and said all of that, and you don't know who I am and where I come from. Oh, you can't be you can't be negative. You got to be. You don't even know me, bro. I told you I'm a realist. I'm not negative or positive.
Okay. All right, hey Kasha, we appreciate you coming on, brother. We're gonna go ahead and start closing out. But brother, thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on.
But isn't it funny how Brandon, you talking out the side of your neck? It sucks looking in the mirror, don't it? I'm doing exactly what he's been doing the whole time, and he don't like that. African Americans, we have a certain way we do stuff, but we hate it when we do it to each other. We get mad. Oh, you doing this? Well, bro, you did the same thing to me, but you don't like that. We love to dish it out, but we can't take it. We love to dish it out, but we can't take it. Victim mindset.
Let's do this. Sir Will, we're going to start closing out. Anything else you'd like to share in closing, Sir Will?
Yeah, man. What you call it? About the topic for today. People need to start being able to basically assimilate. You know, I think that's the word, assimilate. You got to be able to, when you're in Rome, you got to work like the Romans do, you know? A couple of days ago, I went on a date, right, with this girl, and we started talking and stuff. And I was like, "Hey, so do you cook?" And she said, "No, I don't know how to cook." I was like, "Man, what the hell am I doing here?"
Yeah, in that shit right now. Go ahead. Yeah, in that shit right there. Just
exactly. You know, I'm like, "No, man." And she kept sending me text messages and stuff. I'm like, "No, man, I ain't into that. I'm gonna force it." She's gonna be into it, and then later on, she's gonna be like, "Oh, this guy is like, he says he's from Africa. He's like, he wants me to cook every day. And she's gonna start complaining." That's the same thing we have over in Tanzania right now. You guys know what those societies are. You know what if you don't, at least do your homework, do your due diligence before going there, and either adapt or just don't go there. And that's how I'm gonna end it tonight. And thanks again, guys, and see ya.
Yes, sir. All right, Brandon, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man, it's just, Dynast, I love the exchange with Costa at the end, because it just shows like you got these type of people going to the continent. They're like, I love Africa and I'm a Pan-Africanist. But then when you really start talking to them, you just see their maturity level is not there yet, because there's just a mature person think a certain way versus an immature person. So these people are defiant in their immature mindset. They will fight you if you even challenge them to be more mature. And so when you got these people, no one's stopping these people from getting a YouTube channel. So when you're listening to these people on YouTube, you have to have the power of discernment, right? You have to look and say, okay, I understand what this person is saying, but I understand also that there are many people there who are thriving. So am I going to listen to the person? If you hang around fools, you will also become a fool. But if you hang around wise people, you will also become wise, right? So when you listen to somebody talk about all the problems they had and stuff like that, you got to understand, whoever I choose to allow to program me, I'm going to be programmed along what they think is best, right? And Dynas, you have a career, you have a history in sales, right?
Right.
You have a history in sales. Now, you were a top dog in that corporate sales world, right?
Correct.
But then you have somebody who quit the job on the second day. You have somebody who quit the job within a week, right? And they said, man, I don't get it. I just can't sell nothing.
Right. Facts.
And you're looking like, well, I sold 20 freaking, I've got 20 clients this week. And when it comes down to it, you realize that the person is living a self-fulfilling prophecy. They already have the wrong mindset for success in that industry. I used to be in sales too. Everything is about your mindset. If you walk into work every day, oh man, I'm not gonna get no sales, man. These people don't want to buy this crap. You know, there's people who sell knives in California. It's called Cutco. You got one guy who worked for Cutco for a week and then he quit because he can't sell one set of knives. You got another guy who's making $10,000 a month off of selling Cutco. It's all about the mindset. So those people with that negative mindset, they just go in looking at the problems and all that stuff. You know, you go in, the Chinese, you might get your girl snatched by the Chinese. You feel me? Because you're so focused on what the Chinese doing. Go in there with a positive mindset or don't go at all. And stop bringing up Marcus Garvey talking about, well, I'm like Marcus Garvey because he never went to Africa. Marcus Garvey didn't spread a bunch of ignorant rumors about Africa either. So you're nothing like him. He actually knew, even though he never went there, he understood being over there is better than being over here. So but you know, Dynas, when you are a person who, you know, no good deed goes unpunished. So me, a guy who has a heart for my people and actually puts in the work, a guy like you who has a heart for your people and actually puts in the work, we are at the mercy of a bunch of do-nothing, lame duck people who ain't going to do nothing for our people, but they feel like they can take shots at us and they're able to discern what we're saying is true or false and all that stuff. Just stop talking about Africa and go to Africa, bro. That's it.
Yes, sir. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Peace.
Peace.